I've been trying to learn how to be devastated, how to allow my heart to be broken without trying to fix it as soon as possible. A few weeks back, I went with my good friend Erin to an ambient show in Tucson. We went specifically to see William Basinski perform, as his music has been important to both of us, but I found myself impressed by the other artists as well. First to play was Bo Devereaux, a local to Tucson, and if I were to put the experience of listening to him play into a single word, I'd choose mesmerizing. If you ever get the chance to see him perform, I recommend you do so. Next to play was Steve Roach, who I'd also never heard of, but when I talked to the woman sitting next to me, she said he was amazing. She got up and left the seat she was sitting in before he ever performed, though, either to find another seat or to leave entirely. I'm not sure which, but I keep thinking back to try and remember if I might have done something that could have offended her. I've yet to think of anything outside of being too talkative at an ambient show. Regardless, she was right about Steve Roach. When it was William Basinski's turn to perform, he just kind of walked out on stage. He wore a tight sequin shirt, gave a monologue that I don't quite remember, and stifled a few coughs, later telling us he was battling a cold. I was starstruck. He played several tracks, looking as if each one surprised him, like the music was magic that not even he was expecting. When he finished, he bowed, then walked off stage as simply as he'd walked on, and I was left to think about how much his music has impacted me in the past year. How his track DLP 1.1 helped me process feelings of loss after my grandmother died, allowing me to release what I had contained for over 3 years. Then we left. After stopping for a few snacks at a delightfully strange gas station, I mean, it was really weird, but I guess that's just Tucson, we drove home. I asked Erin how they were feeling because, prior to this concert, we both had gone through heartbreak, and even though it had been a few weeks for each of us, the wounds were still raw. In going to this concert, I felt the music was healing in the way only live music tends to be, that it managed to bypass so many of the thoughts I often ruminate on in an effort to avoid my emotions, making me extremely aware of the pain that I was carrying, that I still carry. I don't remember if Erin told me whether or not it was the same for them, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. As you might be able to tell, we're kindred spirits in that way. I'm lucky to have a friend who gets me like they do, who I could sit next to and be devastated with. It's a gift to not have to go through that alone.